He's another Aussie hopeful looking to get signed by the UFC. It's Street Buddha, and we got him now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event.
Live from HBF Stadium Festival Hall. Melbourne Pavilion.
Not even backstage, we're literally outside.
Was that the best fight card in Australian MMA history?
Call me crazy, but make sure you call me when I'm right.
Be good if the Aussie MMA Instagram page would give us a bit of glow up because...
Welcome to the Australian MMA podcast. My name is Mitch Tinley, look, enjoy my different studio today. We are in Sydney for the PFL Pacific launch. That is right. PFL, the Pepsi to the UFC's Coke, is trying to make a mark in Australia. So we're going to have a chat to some people here and find out a little bit more about it. So in my hotel room, but the party don't stop because we've got some big fights coming up, and on May 23rd, none other than the Street Buddha, Don Marfan, is taking on Yuji Yannick Efoaviga in the Road to UFC tournament, May 23rd. If he wins, was guaranteed basically a UFC contract. And even if he doesn't, if he's super exciting, often many guys have been given the opportunity before. Interestingly enough, though, there's many other Aussies in this tournament. Basically, a lot of Asian, Oceanic fighters will be in the tournament. But if Don Marfan wins this one, he very well could take on Jack Becker, who is also in the tournament as well. And that could be quite interesting, having an Aussie versus an Aussie in the Road to UFC tournament. We talk a little bit about that. Talk a bit about Don Marfan's sort of origin into mixed martial arts, why he got involved in the first place. We talk about his teammates at Team Compton with the great Steve Compton and Elliot Compton, John Martin Fraser, all those guys. They're just helping him out. They're just violent men, but they've got a really unique sort of approach to training. We also talk about the two fights against Quillan Salkilld, who is currently in the UFC, who he unfortunately fell short against. Sort of seems to be the guy that always has his number. So we find out sort of the mentality, the mentality into sort of how he sort of prepared for that rematch and how he sort of deals with almost having a guy he just can't seem to beat. So very interesting chat. Love Don Marfan. It's good to sit down and just have a very chilled chat with him. And we find out his thoughts heading into this massive opportunity. But guys, big shout out to our gym partners at DCA. Of course, I want to thank Vex, who is Vex MMA, who has helped us get here. And of course, Combat Sports Insurance. If you've got a gym, need insurance, or even an event, I don't care who does your insurance, Combat Sports Insurance can do it better. I bloody guarantee it. So get in contact with them and just ask for a free quote or a free assessment. Guys, on the other side, it's Street Buddha. God, sucker, I got punched in the head. It's Don Marfan. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. One of my favourite guests because he always gets himself in trouble. It's Don Marfan. Welcome.
How you going, bro?
How much trouble do you normally get into after interviews?
It depends. It depends what I said. If I said something dumb, or I don't know, anything that my coach would have hit me in the back of the head of if he saw me live doing it, then yeah, I get a bit of trouble.
Do you feel like you get a bad rap from all the guys at Team Compton? You're not dumb, you're very smart, but they act like you're a potato.
Yeah, and I've seen Eternal started trying to run with it as well. In that video they posted, they made Johnny seem smarter than me.
Oh no, that's the power of editing.
Yeah.
No, it's you guys got a cool vibe there. It's is it just brutal bullying?
Yeah. Surprisingly, I definitely cop more bullying than any of the other pros there for sure. Some of the amateurs get it, which is good. But I was hoping it would change when I got signed Road to UFC. But no, still getting bullied, probably more so. So
yeah, I reckon even if you became UFC champion, they'd still just give you no respect.
Yeah, 100%. Still a grappler though.
Well, mate, that's it's interesting, this whole road to UFC. I mean, you were like dominating the regional scene with everyone that was put in front of you type thing, but it didn't feel like, oh, your name was going to be kind of next one called. At least not just yet. I thought maybe end of the year, that sort of thing. This kind of happened quite quickly in a weird way. Did it happen quickly for you, like, or did you know this was on the cards?
We kind of knew it was on the cards. We had gotten word before I fought that second fight against Quillan that if I won that, I probably would have gone to Contender Series. So I knew that they had their eyes on me. And after I lost it, the boys were quite certain it wouldn't be too long. They kind of said, like, it should be a few more fights, go out there and finish some guys. And like, we should be in a good spot to get some sort of call up. And that's what happened. I went out there and then finished my next two guys. So I wasn't like, I was kind of expecting it, but I also wasn't expecting it. I don't know. Yeah, I did kind of think that like maybe I was going to have to do the title fight first, which we were actually looking at getting that booked when we got the news, and then obviously plans changed. Then like this is a much better opportunity.
With title fight with Harry Webb, or was it interim?
We were discussing the title fight with Harry Webb.
Oh wow, that would have been very, very nice. There seems to be a little bit of I don't know, ill will against you from that camp. Where do you think that comes from?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, to be fair to them, there's been 2 times that I've pulled out, and it's only ever been to their guys. So yeah, it is what it is. I would understand that absolutely. If the situation was reversed and it happened with like some of our fighters got pulled out on by the same guy, I would probably have the shits as well. So I understand. Look, there's a lot more to it, but like in terms of like the reasons why I had to pull out and my injuries and stuff. But I can understand why they would look at that at face value and kind of get the shits.
I like they're like, we hate you, and you're like, yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
It's, trash talk can't work then. They're like, you're a piece of shit. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, man, that's it's cool though how it sort of all worked out. Do you know much about your opponent? Because like I tried to do a bit of research, but it's just so hard because I just feel like the scenes are so different. But have you done much sort of research into your opponent?
Yeah, so nearly all of his fights are on YouTube. So you've not done very good research.
No, I just mean like comparing it, like as in comparing like the guys you fought versus the guys he's fought type thing.
Right. Yeah. No.
And yes, you are correct. There's been very bad. I was probably, look, I'm that bad and mildly racist. I was probably watching the wrong guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's got all his fights on YouTube. Half of them under his English name, and then half of them I just put his name into Google Translate, and then like came up in Japanese, and the other half were all there.
That's it. That's why.
Yeah, see, it's not true what they say about me, Mitch. I'm a smart guy.
Did you actually do that?
I did.
Damn.
Yeah. Don't be so surprised. But yeah, I think, man, I really do believe that the Australian standard is higher. I've been trying to figure out why that is, because like there's a lot of fighters in Japan. There seems to be a lot more than there is in Australia. And it seems to be like this guy's fought a lot of guys with quite neutral records. Like he'll be fighting guys that it's like 20 and 18, or they're 10 and then 9. And it's like there's a lot of guys with those records that are really good. I think a lot of these guys that he's fought, though, are quite passive. You know, like he's never fought any like young up and comers. Like he's 11-0, but you don't see a single, he's fought this other guy who's 8-0, or he's fought this other guy who's 7-0. you see just a whole lot of those neutral records. And this guy, he seems like if you were passive in the way that you approach fighting him, I think he will absolutely win. Like he's got power in his hands. He's really good all round. He doesn't really have a hole anywhere. But I think I think the way I impose myself in fights, I think he would really, really struggle to deal with. Like I'm not just sitting at range, just waiting for him to like pick shots. It's like if he's going to land a shot, he's got a very short amount of time to do it against me, because I'm in tight when I'm striking, and then I'm taking people down and I'm putting hurt on them straight away. So he's not got the same amount of time to kind of like dance around, get his footwork in, and kind of find the range. He's got to do it like that. So it's kind of like like if he can, like great job to him, but I don't think he will be able to.
Do you think it's interesting? Because I think if my math is correct, if you beat this guy, you could actually end up taking on Jack Becker. Is that weird?
That's not weird. I think it's awesome. I actually I wanted to fight him on the local circuit. That was one of those fights that I thought would be like an awesome test because I rate Jack as a guy that's like, like he's international level in my opinion, but he was on the local circuit. So I thought it'd be a good test to make sure that I'm all set and ready to go for the international circuit. But yeah, I'm excited for that fight. I think it'd be cool as well. Like if him and I both get through this first round and then we verse each other, that guarantees that there's going to be at least one Aussie in the grand final. So like there's something cool about that as well.
Do you know how, like with the Ultimate Fighter, a lot of the guys these days get signed, even if you're just in the top 6, top 8 type thing, you get signed. Do you know if are they just kind of having a look at you? Have they told you, if you reach this far, we'll definitely sign you? Or is it only all you know now is if you win, you're in?
I know that if I win, I'm in, but I know that they've also got some stats of like, they've signed like 3 or 4 of the finalists that lost or something, and they've signed people that have been in on the exhibition bouts. I don't think anyone that's lost in the first round or the second round has gotten signed, but I also when watching like some of the guys that did get signed that lost in the grand final, I saw that it was kind of like the more exciting fighters that got signed, like the ones that were kind of like putting on a bit of a show and really like really going for it. So that's the plan. Like I'd love to like I like approaching my fights nowadays with like a mentality of like win, lose or draw. Like I want the other guy's face to look a little bit different. That's perfect for me. If the win comes earlier and I snatch, but like, it's like if I was to lose, I'm going out swinging, like I want them to be covered in blood. Like that's a much nicer way to lose than if I was to lose and the other guy's face looked all right.
Well, I mean, speaking of losing, is it weird to have just your 2 losses belong to one guy? And yeah, he's doing great, but it kind of feels like you're the best guy as long as you're not fighting that guy.
Yeah. In a way, I prefer that it's to the same guy because, like, I can be selective with my wording and say I've only ever lost to one guy. It sounds like I've only ever had one loss,
That's true, yeah.
No, I think, yeah.
Does he haunt you?
No. Actually, it haunted me a lot more after the first one because I knew there was a prospect of being able to get it back. So like it was on my mind big time. The idea of fighting him again, like after during my camps for when I fought Jordan Thomas, Michael Stanoff, and Jimmy O'Brien, like in the back of my mind the whole time I'm like, this is so I can get that win back against Quillan. It was kind of like a boss battle, but I lost the boss battle. So but after I've lost twice, I think it's just not viable to fight again. I think it would be stupid. Like I'd have to have like the UFC title and then like he would be having a fight for the title for it to make any sense. Like, yeah. So like I think now that I don't think of it as like a possibility. It's just like pretty much gone out of my mind. I don't really think of it at all.
So would you take a Quillan Salkilld fight tomorrow?
Look, I back myself, but it just seems like it would be like, fuck. Like even if I won, I'm still 1-2 in the series.
So you got to win 2 more. Yeah, you win 3 times.
Yeah, so it's like it would be stupid. Like, come on, Quillan, best of 5, buddy.
Nah, you do the what Izzy did. Like as soon as you win, you're like, I'm done.
But he had the title,
Yeah,
That's the thing. He had the title. There was a reason for Pereira to fight him initially, and then like he lost. But then yeah.
No, that's cool. Has there ever been anyone that has like even in training that you can't get the better of?
Like in any area.
Yeah, like like grappling with I don't know, Martinez or striking with Elliot. Like, is there something where he's like, man, I can't get him?
I'd say like it's hard to say that because we're not super like we're not really crazy competitive at Compton. It's like we're always quite playful in our rounds. Like you have to keep it that way. Like it's a bunch of guys that really could do a lot of damage to each other. Because they're very skilled in each of their areas. So like there's plenty of times where the other guy's just like experimenting with something and maybe I'm in camp. So then like I'll start getting really good rounds where I'm getting the better. And likewise in like my best areas, like I'll be experimenting with stuff while other people that like, don't usually get the better of me in like grappling will get the better of me, but there's no ego about it. We're all just trying to get better at the end of the day. So like there's not really anyone at Compton's that like treats it like game day when we're training. So like we all get the better of each other.
Mate, why did you even begin this journey of mixed martial arts?
I don't know. I always liked the idea of fighting. I had like gone and tried like a few different other martial arts and it was all like bullshit. Like it was never really like what I was looking for. And then I walked into an MMA gym, did some Brazilian jiu-jitsu and I was like, okay, yeah, this is it. This is the thing I was looking for. Like this is real power. This is like some 12-year-old on the mats. I was 17 at the time, like bitched me and made me look stupid. So I was like, okay, yeah, cool. This is like the actual real superpower like thing that they show in like Karate Kid and stuff like that. And then like on the day that I walked into the gym, like I decided, okay, I'm doing nothing but this for the rest of my life. Like it was a set decision. I'm like, I will be UFC champion one day and I'm doing nothing but this for the rest of my life.
And is that still the goal?
100%.
Is
100%.
there any form of a backup plan? Like, do you have a trade? Do you study? Like, or are you just all in?
Nah, it's all in. It's kind of like I would absolutely take this as far as I possibly can, and I will open up a gym when I'm like finished it all. So yeah, like even if I was to fall short of like UFC champion, like I'll definitely at least be in the UFC and have had some like amazing fights and like I'll have some accolades to my name. And I'd open a gym off of that. But I love martial arts too much to ever not be doing it all the time.
Well, what are you doing in your spare time?
Not a lot. Actually, I had to start working with my mindset coach. He kind of like got me intentionally doing other things that weren't martial arts because like man, like leading up to that second Quillan fight, like it was like I was literally doing nothing else, like not going out on the weekends, not like seeing friends or anything, just like training and studying more martial arts. And he kind of like pointed out to me, it was like, okay, well, that's probably why you fucked it. Like you've over fixated so much. And I got so much in this habit of being super analytical because I was trying to improve so hard that like when it came fight time, I'm being analytical while in the fight and it's just not productive. Like I'm getting my elbow like cracked. My head cracked by elbows and I'm thinking like, oh, like I didn't work a lot of cross-body right in camp. Why is that? And I'm going through all my training partners that I usually work like back control with. I'm like, why don't they go for cross-body right? Oh, I reckon that would suit their body type. It's ridiculous that my mind was going there while getting hit. But you can see in that fight, I'm not all there, and that's where my mind was. So since then, I've started playing some like strategy games. You know, I'll play a little bit of chess here and there, and I'll play a little bit of like Xbox real-time strategy games just to like to get my mind off something. I can be pretty competitive when I'm trying to win something, so it does kind of take my focus, which is what my mindset coach wanted me to do.
Heading into this fight, how do you think it's going to go? What's your prediction?
Predictions? I'd like to stop him within 2. I think my grappling is definitely too much for him. Like I said, I think my pressure is too much, like my on the feet pressure as well. I want to make this look pretty one-sided. I'd really like that. I think I want to make it. I want him not to get the chance to do anything that he wants to do. You know, I want him to constantly be on the back foot, and I want to be hunting him down from the get-go.
And finally, mate, after it's all said and done, how does Don Marfan want to be remembered in mixed martial arts?
I guess as a guy that laid it all out there, you know, that gave everything that he could possibly give in any given moment.
Awesome. All right, mate. Well, you bloody deserve it, and looking forward to seeing what you do, and hopefully you get on the mic at some point and say something dumb.
Hopefully, yeah.